The Tata Nexon EV has been the best selling electric vehicle in the Indian market. And why not? It was for several reasons. The Nexon EV was spacious and it was high on safety. And in order to attract more customers, Tata Motors has been updating it regularly. In 2022, Tata Motors launched the long-range Nexon EV, also called as the Nexon EV Max. And in 2023, Tata Motors has given a mid-life makeover to the Nexon and the Nexon EV by providing it with two battery packs, medium range and long range, also called as the Nexon.EV. Now, is it enough to keep the Tata Nexon EV's throne in track? Well, there has been one rival which has been challenging it since the past year, and it is the Mahindra XUV400, which has been updated recently. So let us see whether the Nexon EV still holds its crown or the XUV has it. Now, talking about the design philosophy of both these cars, it is completely different, and both these cars cater to different sorts of customers. For example, the XUV400, it comes as a more conventionally styled vehicle, but it has nice lines and sharp edges, which gives it sort of a butch character. And the copper inserts all around give it a flair to its exteriors. It is also larger in every dimension and has a longer wheelbase as compared to the Nexon EV. On the other hand, on the front, the Nexon EV poses off an LED light bar along with LED headlamps and the LED fog lamps, which the XUV400 does not have. It also gets front parking sensors and a parking camera at the front. So these few features are present on the front of the Tata Nexon EV and which are not there on the front of the Mahindra XUV400. On the rear of both these cars, you get a rear parking camera along with reverse parking sensors on both these cars. The XUV400, which has been updated, also gets a shark fin antenna at the rear. The Nexon EV continues to get an LED light strip which is illuminated during the night time just like the front, and it looks really cool. Now talking about the side of both these cars, both of them get keyless entry with push button start stop, but that is only on the driver side door. It has been removed from the passenger side, so this is sort of a cost cut, and both of them get 16-inch alloy wheels. The XUV400 also continues to get copper inserts on the sides, on the front and the rear as well. So this provides it a better look in terms of the proportions as compared to the Tata Nexon EV, but it is the Nexon EV which is the better car in terms of design over here. Now both these homegrown EVs get new interiors. So the XUV400 has been updated with a beige black interior, which replaces the all black interior. This makes the car more upmarket than before, and it also accentuates the cabin's sense of airiness. Now the analog dials have been replaced by a neatly executed digital instrument cluster. Now it is crisp, it is precise, it shows you the locations, tire pressure warning and various other functions, and this has been borrowed from the XUV700's unit, although the only difference is the fact that it's not in the form of a twin screen layout. Now the touchscreen too has been updated from a 7-inch unit to this 10.25-inch touchscreen unit. Now this supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The touch response is quicker and it is a more responsive touchscreen overall. The UI too has been improved. Mahindra has also added new features like dual zone automatic AC, which is not present in the earlier car. The earlier car used to get manual AC, and the steering wheel also has been replaced with the new one. It is similar to that of the XUV700, but it gets copper stitching. Mahindra too has updated the interior with copper inserts all around, which was there earlier, but now it looks more lively. There are copper inserts on the gearbox, on the steering wheel, as I told you before, and Mahindra has made updates to the rear as well. The lack of rear AC vents has finally been addressed, and Mahindra has added rear AC vents now, so it makes it a lot more comfortable, and it is much more better for the rear passengers as well. But it is the Tata Nexon EV's interior that creates the stronger impression. Nexon EV's interior has been revamped too, but the combination of colors, the textures, the larger infotainment system, and the illuminated steering wheel certainly have a wowing effect. Now, the Nexon EV uses a white and black interior scheme, and the leather wrapped steering wheel, which is dual tone, black and white. It looks very cool and it reminds you of a Range Rover. The Tata Nexon EV also has blue stitching here and there, unlike the older car where it was evident clearly. Tata Motors have also given a new touch panel for the automatic AC. However, the ergonomics aren't as friendly as the XUV400. Although the Tata Nexon EV is the better car in terms of features over here. Now the Nexon EV has couple of unique features which the XUV400 does not have. For example, the Nexon EV gets electronic parking brake with auto hold, drive modes, ventilated front seats, arcade.tv, an app where you can view movies on various OTT platforms, YouTube, along with video game accessibility. Additionally, the Tata Nexon EV also gets you features like a 360-degree parking camera with front parking sensors, along with blind spot monitor, which helps you eliminate all the blind spots which are available, and this is projected on the infotainment system. The Nexon EV also gets you features like vehicle to load and vehicle to vehicle support, which the XUV400 does not have. On the other hand, the XUV400 poses of only one unique feature, which is dual zone automatic AC. This feature is not available on the Tata Nexon.EV. The Nexon.EV and the XUV400 share some features in common, like a digital instrument cluster, but the Tata Nexon EV goes a step further by providing Google Maps accessibility in the digital instrument cluster, which the XUV400 does not have. The Nexon EV's digital instrument cluster is crisper and has better customizability options as well. Other common notable features of both these cars include wireless charging and large touchscreens infotainment systems which support wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But it is the Nexon.EV's touchscreen infotainment system that goes a step up with a larger interface and providing more accessibility options along with a better touch response. Talking about the drivetrain on both these cars, the Mahindra XUV400 gets a 39.4 kilowatt hour battery setup. Now this produces about 150 brake horsepower and 310 newton meters of torque. On the other hand, the Tata Nexon EV has a larger battery pack than before, which is rated at 40.5 kilowatt hour, and this produces 145 horsepower and 215 newton meters of torque. The Nexon EV has a larger battery pack and is 30 kilos lighter too. However, the Mahindra has only 5 horsepower as compared to the Nexon EV. The 95 Newton meters of extra torque helps to provide better acceleration, and this is the better car if you're looking out for driving pleasure. The Nexon EV also gets paddle shifters for regeneration, which helps a lot in its case. Now talking about the gearbox, both of them get a 1-speed gearbox. Now the gearbox of both these cars look really funky, and it is the Nexon EV which has the better looking gear selector out of the two according to me, but the XUV400 is better in terms of the response because the Nexon EV slows slight amount of lag, especially when you push it from R to N or N to D. Now both these cars feature large boots. The XUV400 gets 378 liters of boot space, whereas the Tata Nexon.EV only gets 350 liters of boot space. Talking about ground clearance, the XUV400 stands at 200 mm, whereas the Tata Nexon.EV stands at only 190 mm. So the XUV400 is 10 mm higher as compared to the Tata Nexon.EV. However, talking about the loading lip, The loading lip of the Tata Nexon EV is slightly lower, providing better accessibility, whereas that of the XUV400 is higher. So, putting in luggage is a task. Now, which car should you buy and why? With these incremental updates, Mahindra has addressed many of the XUV400's shortcomings and has transformed it to the best version that is available till date. The interiors, along with the updated features and the previous trends like strong build quality, good real world range, better performance and spacious interiors have made it much more easier to recommend. And further sweetening the deal is the prices which are cut, and the XUV400 over there spells better value for money. But is it the best car out of the two? Well, certainly not. The Tata Nexon EV is still our pick of the choice because most techie EV buyers are looking for a modern experience, and the Nexon EV fares a lot better in that aspect. Although there are niggles in terms of quality, Tata Motors has moved the game up in terms of the design, the interior, the performance, and the range as well. The Nexon EV is also better equipped as compared to the XUV400 and is available in multiple variants. Although the Nexon EV commands slightly under 2 lakh premium, it is the better car out of the two. Now, which of these two cars would you choose? Comment down below. If you like our videos, please do give it the like button. If you don't, do give us a dislike, but mention where we could improve in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to share, subscribe and press the bell icon for future updates. Thank you so much for watching.